He's like 8.5 feet tall.
I looked at the official Street Fighter wiki. He's 8 feet tall and weighs 700 pounds.
Yeah, but the thing
He's
is...
also Canadian!
Which is cool.
Unless that guy he's fighting is like 4'5", he's more than 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Well,
The Street Fighter V style is huge.
he's not... No, he's like a Final Fight boss. He's like a mid-boss or something. Backstory, roids.
700 pounds.
Yeah, actually, somebody says I didn't notice any mess-ups, and I was actually just gave Greg a silent high five while the credits were rolling before I did the coming up.
Possibly preemptive.
Yeah, that was highly taking a lot of risk there.
Yeah. Is he bigger than the Geef? Yeah, he's the biggest. He's the biggest boy in that meat battalion.
He's the sturdiest man.
All right, well, I will cease local recording then.
How much food does he have to eat a day? I don't know. Similarly to the Mountain, I assume he has to pause between matches just to eat.
He just doesn't stop eating, probably.
I'm sure everyone's heard that piece of trivia that I don't actually recall his real name, but the super bodybuilder who plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones, the huge man,
Half Thor,
has points in the shooting day that are in his contract that he regardless of what's going on, he has to take a break to eat. Because he needs to maintain a certain amount of caloric intake.
Right.
To maintain his body.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like every 2 hours or something he has to stop.
Yeah. It's nutty.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Can he even run, or is he like an elephant, just too damn big to run? Well, it's like once he starts going, turns into a juggernaut scenario. Are you aware there's a new Star Trek tabletop RPG? I'm not. Half-Thor Ulas Bjornsson.
Oh, is that the guy who plays the Mountain?
His first name is Half-Thor.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Which is still pretty
he's
good.
half a Thor.
Yeah. I mean, half a Thor is still a lot of Thor.
Mm-hmm. How does he sleep? Probably well. Twilight Avalon, I'm going to wait until I actually get to watch it, but I'm excited about it.
Somebody was asking about your orange logo you're on a shirt. That's the PAX Australia exclusive.
Giant guy, like big bodybuilders, actually have problems with sleep apnea.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
We made these for PAX Aus. We may make them available widely at some point, but for now they are secret PAX Aus exclusive.
No, the Mountain actor.
Wraith Fighter, yes. And, if anyone has like half an hour or something, they should read 17776, the future of football. It's a hell of a thing.
How tall is 2.06 meters?
And all of EVO happened and was rad.
Yeah.
Surprise Smash victory, and that someone playing Bayonetta won.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Is she not normally considered to be a good character?
I don't think she's typically in the meta. So I'm told. I don't follow it. I
surprised
really watch some of EVO if I can.
I'm just surprised that Smash is such a big game at EVO. Mm-hmm. Like, considering that the developer of Smash Brothers has on several occasions talked about how
6'11"? Wow.
Added a lot of put in things specifically to make it less competitive.
Yeah.
Like, they were trying to make it not competitive
mm-hmm.
because they didn't want to have, it was supposed to be a more fun game. But by turning all the things off.
Bayonetta was recently regarded as top tier, but not a lot of people who are really good play her. Oh, interesting.
I mean, but I guess if you've been playing Smash Brothers for a long time, you have your mains and you want to stick to them.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been a couple people making waves in that scene with Bayonetta, though. So it's not like she's... Well,
again, someone just won EVO with her. So
yeah, but cool. that was like an underdog come from behind victory, though. Mm-hmm. But yeah, apparently EVO was just off the hook this year.
So yeah, way more people than usual in my Twitter feed posting about it. Usually it's mostly Adam, and definitely it was Adam this year, but also a bunch of other people. So that's cool.
Wait, you don't know how tall someone is in meters? I thought you all made fun of us for using imperial. Canada is weird that we're sort of half imperial, half metric. For some reason, the only thing we do reliably in Canada in imperial measurements is people's heights and weights. Like, we don't have very few people up here have a really good idea of how much they weigh in kilos and how tall they are in meters. We're all pounds and inches.
Yeah.
We also use feet and inches for a lot of measurements.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody will say, oh, that's about 12 inches. But like any kind of like kilometers, it's metric for speed. It's metric for like weights at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like you buy things in hundreds of grams.
Most weights and measures are metric.
Like they tell, like, you go to like the bulk section of the store and it's like, this is the price per 100 grams. Like I know how many, like when I bake, like I use grams like they do in Europe. It's kind of weird, but like height and weight.
Yep.
And just like household measuring projects. They do in inches, although our handyman was all measuring in centimeters. Remember that?
Yeah, which is...
Because he's a professional.
Yeah.
Or like building materials are sold in
feet.
In feet and inches still.
Yeah.
And, the problem is there isn't the metric equivalent of feet, which would be like a decimeter, is not used. Mm-hmm. So there isn't a good, like between a centimeter and a meter, there's this gap that people want to measure things at. And nobody uses decimeters, so it doesn't. There's no equivalent.
Yeah. So any kind of like professional builder, anybody who knows what they're doing is using centimeters and meters, and anybody who's just like, oh, I'm just putting up some shelves will probably measure in inches. It's weird.
Yep.
Yeah. Gases in liters.
Wait,
did you what?
Stop the local recording.
No, I didn't unmute myself.
Oh, Paul was still muted.
I was like, I'm sitting here talking.
Okay, stories. Player unknown, who is a real person, I believe his name is Brendan, is
that just makes me think he's beige in disguise.
tweeted about...
I've never seen them on stage at the same time.
That's true. Tweeted about first-person servers in Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Some people are really excited about it. I could go either way. I actually quite like the third-person thing, but the point that people are making is that third-person allows really weird gameplay because if you say you have a corner of a building and you've got someone standing right beside the corner, they can see around it, and someone walking along the corner of the building won't be able to see that there's someone just right around the corner, meaning once they get close enough, the person around the corner could just like jump out and shotgun. So it allows for a lot more surprise stuff. That happened to me once. I was running up a hill and there was a rock up the hill. And then I got close enough, and then someone just went boop and just like jumped up from behind it and because they were behind the rock, but they could see over the rock.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. It allows for, for getting an advantage that isn't, like it doesn't really make sense in the context of the game that you would have that. It's just taking advantage.
So this will make. Camping houses a lot more difficult because you won't be able to use the angles to your advantage. Basically, it just means to get information about someone's location, you have to put your head in danger,
right? As
opposed to before, where you just sort of like get the mouse around. So I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like the third person, but we'll see. The 3DS story is really interesting. So the 3DS XL, the new 3DS XL, and the new 2DS.
Yes, are still in production. According to the Japanese website, but
new 3DS is
dead. That was the small one,
which has not been out for that long.
No, and what I think is really 2014, I think it came out.
There is corner lean in PUBG. Yeah. Yeah.
What I think is really funny is that, like, I was watching it, and they're like, oh, no, these things will coexist. And I was like, really? You're really going to have two?
Well, I mean, they said that the GBA would stick around when they brought out the 3DS.
Yeah, right? I didn't believe them at the time, but then, like, I was like, well, and then, of course, the 3DS. I mean, now it could be said that maybe, like, pretty much everywhere except Japan, the larger form factor is more popular because I know I personally prefer it, and I don't even have, like, big hands. Right? Like, my hands are actually quite small. Like, look at my hands compared to Graham's. Like, so.
Like grab your fingers.
Yeah. But I prefer the larger experience. So maybe they're just like, this is the least well-selling. But I think the whole system's on the way out.
Yeah, which is a shame because like if you are, like the Switch has the whole convertible thing, but if you are only looking for a portable console, the 3DS would have been, was a better console for that in terms of, it had stayed charged for much longer. And stuff and it was more portable and stuff like that. So that'll be it'll be interesting to see if if they do anything to sort of enhance the Switch's portable capabilities.
I think they will. I think that's what's
kill the 3DS.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think they just wanted to hedge their bets because the 3DS is supposed to be like, the 3DS is so popular, and you don't want to kill like your only like popular console before you've made sure the Switch is a success, right?
Mm-hmm. Tony Koch, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that name incorrectly because it's Dutch, but yeah, it's the. We were talking about this beforehand. We want to believe that it was that like making a series of sexist tweets would have been enough on its own, but probably what pushed them over the edge was him directly insulting the fans of the football club that signed him.
Yeah. Using a very rude homophobic slur, which I'm sure you can figure out by yourself.
Yeah.
It won't be repeated here.
It's like, yeah. And of course, the whole, you delete stuff, but it was still out there and people archived it or whatever. So, sadly, or not sadly, depending on how you care, what you care about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for like, I don't know all the details of this one, but like, for me, how big a reason for him to get shit canned from this position would depend largely on like how long ago we're talking. But especially if it's like anything even remotely recent, then like if he just like deleted it when he when he got signed to this, he went back and like scrubbed his
history.
Like
during negotiations.
That's different
something.
Than if it's like I was an idiot 5 years ago and said something stupid and deleted it.
Yeah.
Like that would be to me that's a different thing. I get the feeling that it's probably the first.
Yeah, I don't.
Or at least closer to the first.
We don't know the context, but the football club does, and they made their decision. So, and obviously, it must have been pretty annoying to have made this whole trailer thing, and so obviously they felt pretty strongly about it. The Splatoon thing. So who won between cake and ice cream?
Ice cream.
That's good.
But I did sort of explain this already to Paul. But I do crouch the whole like cake is ice cream is better than cake thing. I mean, I actually am like pretty ambivalent. I'm not like I find most cake too sweet, and I'm not a huge ice cream person. I guess like where I fall in the ice cream and cake debate is pie, but ice cream won by a lot. But also they were using the two new Splatoon mascots, which is Marina, which is everybody's favorite. If you know who I'm talking about, you know she's the best because she looks cool and she's like cool looking and smiling and looks awesome. And there's Pearl, who looks like a tiny gremlin. She's like, "Nyeh." So like Pearl is very like, she's like, a girl after my own like sneering gremlin-y heart. But like, yeah. So Marina was representing ice cream, and there is an argument made that even though most people prefer ice cream to cake, if Marina had been on Team Cake, cake would have won. So, Pearl is cool too. I like Pearl. Cake is best, heretic. I like cake. It's just I find most cake too sweet. And when you're like, well, angel food cake is okay, people are like, meh.
I mean, if you're looking for something that isn't that sweet, ice cream is really not a good solution.
No, that's why I said I come down on neither, really.
Right. So you choose not to make a decision.
And yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I didn't realize D23 was the like Disney fan club convention, but that Disney is obviously like massively supporting it.
Is this D23 as in like the 23rd year it's happened?
No, it's D23 Expo is the annual.
Why is it D23 though?
Because Disney was started in 1923.
Oh, cool. And D23 sounds good.
Yeah. But yeah, they had like trailers for Avengers Infinity War. They had new DuckTales stuff. They had
it's weird. It's over time as Disney has sort of subsumed more properties. It's probably changed the character of the whole thing quite a bit.
Yeah.
I bet
Well, now you've got Marvel stuff. You've got Disney stuff.
Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I bet the age demographics started skewing dramatically when they took over Marvel.
Yeah, I think it's so. I didn't realize that it's not. Like I never looked into it, so I assumed that D23 Expo was like a Disney, I don't know, like a Disney trade show sort of thing. I didn't realize that it was actually not organized by actual Disney.
They've only started doing like huge reveals at D23 like recently though.
Well, in the broad scheme of how long it's been going on, yeah.
Yes,
but
right.
Anyway, Kingdom Hearts video. There's a whole bunch of gameplay in the Toy Story world. I assume we'll have. It's all in Japanese. I assume the North American version will have actual voices from probably Tim Allen and Jim Hanks.
Yeah.
For those unaware, Tom Hanks gets his brother Jim to do voiceover work as Woody because they sound basically the same.
And one person is very busy, and the other person is
probably could use the work.
Well, I'm sure.
I don't know what Jim Hanks does apart from the voice of Woody when Tom Hanks doesn't want to do it.
I feel like Jim probably has his own life and career, but also it's like, hey, can you pretend? Can you do this voice because we sound basically identical, and I'm too busy, and they also don't want to pay my rates because I'm like a multi like Oscar-winning actor, and like I have better shit to do.
Yeah,
and they also don't want to pay me like $60,000 to come in because that's probably the Tom Hanks rate, and it's like, yeah, I'd love to get $10,000 for a weekend's work, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they talked about Star Wars.
I hope Tom Hanks actually pitches it like that to his brother. He's like, hey, could you do this? I'm too famous.
I feel. Yeah, I sure hope someone with Tom Hanks money takes care of his family. Apparently, Tom Hanks is a great person. I'm sure he does, which is probably why he's got this worked out. I think a truly selfish person would be like, no, I demand this.
No, Jim, money. I don't care that we sound identical.
Yeah.
Star Wars Land looks sick. Also at Disney World, in the Disney World Resort, they're doing like a Star Wars hotel that's like a whole immersive story experience where like you get in-universe costumes and you become a character in the world, and out the windows it's space. It's meant to look like you're on a spaceship. But it's also the hotel where you're actually staying. So it's like
that seems sweet as fuck.
The story will like you'll be involved in the story, quote, every minute of your day.
Well, as in like I'm also around while this is happening. That's fine.
I don't know about that.
No, that's sweet.
If there's one thing that is shown again and again in the Star Wars universe is that the living accommodations are not good.
That's true, actually.
There's even like on the Death Star, they're in like little teeny places.
Coruscant
everyone's
looks
living
nice.
in crappy Everyone's living on like crappy like.
We have already booked our rooms. I believe it. Yeah, it's an in-universe RPG hotel basically. Which honestly, it's if that's what you're going for, that sounds rad, right? Like, I don't know. If I was going to.
So is that like?
Random pedestrians always come out and find during Star Wars stories.
Is that like what you do?
Well, then also you go to the park. Also, you can just go to Disneyland.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's Disneyland or Disney World.
World, sorry.
I know. I just feel like when I'm like on vacation. And I've been doing like a bunch of stuff all day. I'm not really that excited about coming home and being like, you're from the place and now here's a whole other thing to do. I just kind of want to sleep.
Also shown at D23, Wreck-It Ralph 2, featuring every single Disney property, including Marvel, Disney Princesses, Pixar, Star Wars, and more, including the Disney Princesses having trouble talking to Merida because she's from the other studio.
Nice.
And teasing C-3PO by calling him R2-D2.
Wow, those Disney princesses sound like bitches. Like, that's fucking mean.
Snap.
I don't know your name, you stupid robot. And you're a girl from the other studio, so we're going to make fun of you. I want to go to that hotel. It's so expensive for us to get to Florida.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure, and also probably getting to Florida is a fairly minor expense.
Considering the hotel.
In reference
considering
to
staying at a like a in-universe RPG.
Oh
hotel.
yeah, that's gonna be like $400 a night. Oh.
Be so rad though.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, and yeah, we talked about all that. All right. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to look into this. The Atari box. Paul, did you read this story?
Yeah.
What's up with this?
There isn't actually much info about it.
Like, who's making this? Because this seems
Atari's
like the
making it.
Okay.
Wouldn't we just melt in Florida?
Which version
Probably.
of Atari?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what zombie Atari Corps actually made this. And I feel like it's going to be like an Ouya with better packaging. It's going to be like an Android thing with an emulator. Like, I just like...
So, yeah, they haven't talked about what it's actually going to be yet, except that it will have modern stuff in it.
No, I think
so. It won't just be like a Nintendo Classic. It certainly looks awesome. Like
it looks beautiful.
The styling is really great, but yeah, I don't know. They haven't released what the actual specs on it will
Oh wait, Ben Dandy Geek is weighing in. He says it's
also going to be crowdfunded.
So
again?
F that noise. Yeah, this is okay. Ouya 2, better packaging, same problem. It's almost if it's just like the company that bought out Infogrames and then renamed themselves to Atari, which is what somebody else is saying.
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, it is Atari. It is the only company that is Atari now.
Are we going to get more Kathleen versus the Ouya Chronicles? No, because I won't be interviewing, because I won't have a job as like a tech reporter this time around, so I won't be getting a chance to interview the moronic. Actually, I'm sure the CEO was not stupid, but she just she knew her company had no business plan other than make successful Kickstarter, and was like desperately trying to hide that.
This doesn't have anywhere near the hype anymore.
No.
So.
Yeah.
There's a Nintendo Switch game about horny sheep.
They're not actually. It's not actually about horny sheep. I mean, there's some jokes in it because basically the goal. It's like a little card game.
Sheffy.
It's $5. I kind of want to play it. I get on the eShop, and you are trying to get 1,000 sheep, and it looks kind of like those, like online, like the iOS card games. Like it sort of looks like Ascension, sort of in like the layout, and you have a hand and you're playing cards and stuff like that. But it's single player,
yeah.
And what you're trying to do is get 1,000 sheep, but there's things that's like, hey, multiply your sheep, and that one has 2 sheep having sex on it, which is kind of funny. But most of the time, it's like sheep dying. Like there's a plague card with like the sheep like all like with their eyes X'd out and like lesions all over their body, and they're like all skinny and
like all the art for it is adorable, but there's a lot of things that kill sheep in horrible ways.
Yeah, and it's like like flavor is like we just exist to die, right? Like it's very grim. I really want to play this game now.
Yeah.
I think it might be available for other things other than 3DS, or other than Switch.
Yeah.
Neil Blomkamp, director of Chappie and District 9, is making a short film. It's I think he said 12 minutes-ish, in Unity. And the idea is that it's going to be real-time rendered so that you can experience it in VR.
So they're going to do all the camera stuff and release it as an actual movie.
Yeah.
But then they're also going to release it so that you can walk around it in VR.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then also apparently they're going to release the assets for it, either for free for people to mess around with, or for licensing stuff. So, which seems like kind of a neat idea.
Yeah. So that sounds cool. Oh yeah, and he made Elysium. I forgot about that. What are you doing?
Slapping my finger onto the table.
Okay. That's about it.
There's a little like low on the ground story week this week.
This is kind of interesting. This Event Zero, which is it's a sci-fi, sort of a sci-fi, not a text adventure, but it is a very sort of like it's a it's been out for about a year, and you basically the idea is that you're interacting with an AI and doing various things and sort of talking to this AI and stuff, and it's sort of supposed to be quite immersive and stuff. And one of the things, so there are 4 different endings to it depending on what you do. You can
this is really cool.
upload your brain to the machine or not do that or do some other stuff. The thing is, though, there's only supposed to be 3 endings.
Okay.
They only made 3 endings of the game. The 4th ending is not supposed to happen. It's the 4th ending is it's like you either upload your consciousness to a thing, destroy this thing, and the AI takes you home, or like the AI doesn't let you go home and you can't do a thing.
Yeah.
But there's this 4th ending, which is you don't destroy the thing, but you get in good with the AI, and then the AI takes you home anyway.
Sort of reluctantly.
Reluctantly.
Right.
And the makers are like, the AI was programmed never to let you go home with this thing, the sort of MacGuffin thing that they have. So you should not be, Kazan is not supposed to let anybody with the singularity drive to Earth. That's how we coded the AI. We have no idea how this happened.
Yeah, it's really sweet though.
So, the ending is the result of a glitch, but it accidentally adds additional nuance to the relationship. So, in order to make it to work, in order to get that ending, you have to have done a bunch of stuff and have like really high, a really strong relationship with the AI or whatever. Yeah. It has to really like you. So basically, just this idea, and so they're like, yeah, we're not gonna patch it. We like this idea that something happened that we didn't even know about.
Sweet, that is awesome.
So it's a game. It's called Event Zero. I don't know anything about the game, but I just thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm. And that's about it. Yeah. Things. I don't know what. I guess Evo was happening. Because there's a lot of news that came out of Evo, but it was like this guy won this competition, which is cool for them. But they're actually one of the stories. I didn't mark it because it wasn't much of a story. But there's a thing where Monster has sponsors a couple of Evo players, but there's one particular Evo player who's known for being kind of he's like a streamer and stuff. He's known for being rather sassy, shall we say. And so he was like doing stuff, and he had like Monster on his hat and stuff. And then he's like, drinks like the Monster thing and puts it on the table. And then I guess he can see like a preview of the thing, and it was like hidden behind like the Chiron or whatever, the overlay. Yeah. And so he just like moves it over, and then like turns it and just like. I saw that GIF. Even his opponent was like.
Wow.
Gotta get those Monster dollars.
Yeah. And I like people in the comments were like, it's sponsorship. There's like some people who were like, oh, he's all sold out, and some people who didn't care, and there's some people who are like, don't care about the sponsorship thing. Is he okay? Is he drinking too much Monster? He looks kind of pale.
Yeah.
Is he eating real food? Anyway.
So, all right. Let's wrap it up. Let's welcome the subs.
Yeah, wow. What an efficient ship we're running today.
Except for all the, inefficient stuff.
There's a power cord for one of our cameras that we had hoped to use that we can't because the batteries aren't charged. And we got it from Amazon, and Amazon was like, it's been delivered. And we're like,
yay!
We can't, because our thing's in disarray right now, we can't find it anywhere. And we're like, where is it? Turns out what Amazon considers delivered is to the post office for us to pick up.
So not Amazon's problem anymore.
Amazon says delivered, but the post office is like, no, we haven't delivered it.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can get it later.
All right. Let's start with User with name 17.
It's not on the screen.
For 43 months because it's hidden. One sec. Wait.
Crispy 42.
Wait.
We'll start over.
Pause.
Hang on.
Wait, I can fix this. I can fix this.
Famous last words.
Okay. It has now been fixed.
All right.
Let's try this again.
Oh.
Doop. Haha.
Hey!
User with name 17. Woo!
Woo!
43 months.
From your phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crispy 42 for 5 months. Yay.
T. Stodden, 43-month resub. Welcome back.
Tino Didrikson for 21 months. Trivia. According to flawed research performed by Duncan McDougall, 21 grams is the weight of a human soul. There's a movie about that.
Oh, yeah.
Phoenix Millier for 39 months says, whoo, there's approximately 117 days left until Desert Bus.
Rex Chicks Kitsune with a 22-month resub. Greetings from the past when this stream began.
Oh.
Manfred909 for 14 months. Hello.
Alonzo Swift for 7 months. Checkpoint, saving chat from the sandwich discourse since 2017.
Nice.
Seriously? Was it like the taco burrito?
Roman Goro with a 32-month resub. 2 to 5 months and counting. Sorry.
And to Osferatu, or Nosferatu.
10 months, one for each finger. Beth Bell for 42 months says, I found everything. I found the meaning to life, the universe, and everything. And it's lure watching.
Welcome back, Beckbell. Eric 90 with a 12-month resub. 1 year. Load school runners represent.
El Fuzzy, 43 months. Number just keeps going up. I know. If it starts going down, be concerned.
Shadow Boss 464 for 12 months says, got in here just in time to watch.
Shadow
1 year.
Whoops.
Whatever. Quirp with a 15-month resub says,
Explosion for 10 months. 10 months of checking, pointing, and magic.
Zabaron for 45 months. Wow.
Kieran Kuhn with a 22-month resub. Welcome back.
Meow.
Ralph the Llama for 11 months, almost a year. Thanks for all the laughs.
Arborist Andrew for 22 months says 2 months shy of being 1 year, shy of 3 years.
J. Peasmold Gruntfuttock with a 7-month resub. Welcome back.
The Legion of Lashes for 34 months.
Bon Deluve for 27 months says, yay, the gaming news.
Yay, the gaming news. Kuasta with an 8-month resub. Last Friday, I finished my thesis after 3 years. I want to thank all of you for keeping me company all this time. Your content has been the best part of a lot of my days. Thank you, Graham, Kathleen, and Paul, and everyone in the crew.
Congrats.
Congrats, Kuasta. Wow. 3 years on a thesis. Woof.
Grand Lama Q for 33 months. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Oh, thank you.
Nadriachi for 34 months. Hooray.
Thomas is a new Patreon supporter. Thank you, Thomas. Welcome.
Zin Hong for 43 months. 43 months. Been a while. Said this is the first time I met you in person at PAX East 2012. Thank you for creating content that gets people. You've undoubtedly saved and gotten many people through tough times, and I find myself in a rough spot again.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Zinhong. We're here for you.
Pippin G for 6 months says, lure times are best times.
Ghost Waz with an 8-month resub says, oh, hey, a button.
Dropkick Start for 10 months.
And Kais58 for 18 months says, 18 months, that means twins. That's how that works, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Hibbity Bobbity with a 16-month resub. A glorious 16 months, my dudes.
How many levels deep are you?
Glodnanox.
A new sub, Glodenox. Welcome to the channel.
Dr. Gyarados, I want you to know that my hair is amazing today. I will accept a sub shout-out in place of compliments. Go, Dr. Gyarados.
Paranundrox with a 23-month resub. So close to a year. Wish me luck in the LRR Discord diplomacy game. Oh, you guys playing diplomacy in there? Oof. And 100 bits.
From
Yay!
Gunevik.
Thank you. Welcome.
Gunevik.
Welcome. Thank you for the bits.
I don't know, ever since they announced new Doctor Who as Gyarados,
Dr. Gyarados.
yeah, I don't know if I can get behind that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think the world is ready for a
Gyarados doctor.
evolved fish.
Evolved Magikarp as a doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so they've ruined it basically.
Maybe just a Magikarp, but a Gyarados I think is going too far.
Sorry, chat's just talking about Doctor Who a lot, which is sweet.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm as many people are saying, I'm honestly more excited about a new showrunner than I am about anything to do with the Doctor, but
It's not that Moffat was bad. I just think he was done.
I had issues with Moffat.
Yeah.
With Moffat's run.
Okay, like I'm not trying to shit on him, but like maybe he did that for a couple of seasons too many.
well, general consensus is that his individual episodes under a different showrunner were excellent, and him as showrunner was too sort of convoluted arc-wise. Yeah. Though I will say my favorite thing about his tenure as showrunner following Russell T Davies was that I think there was at least the first whole season never went to Earth because Russell T Davies was obsessed with doing shit in London.
Yeah.
And Stephen Moffat was like, no, it's Doctor Who. We're going to different places in space and time. And I was like, yay, this is great. But the stories were not particularly necessarily the best. But I was just happy that it was more interesting different places. But
yeah.
Anyway, he sucks at concluding his own stories when he doesn't have the constraints. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it's weird because
London and or Cardiff. No. Set in London, shot in Cardiff, except for Torchwood.
Yeah, I mean Russell T Davies had a lot of problems with it as a showrunner as well. Mm-hmm. It's that I don't know. It's interesting to see that they definitely did have a different feel, and of course the Doctors have a different feel too. But anyway. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. All right, that's it for Checkpoint. Tonight on Tinker Tailor Solder Fry is Gunpla, which is...
What?
It's called Gunpla. They're making models. They're model making. Dean and Cameron are going to be doing Gundam models.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Gunpla was something sort of like PG-13.
I mean, the way we do it, yeah.
What are you doing? I don't know, some Gunpla.
Yeah. Very excited. See, people who know what that is are very into it.
Okay, great. Well, Dapper Gentlemancer is into it.
Oh, Gundam and plastic.
Plastic Gundams.
Gunpla.
Gunpla. Gundam models.
Like cosplay.
Okay. Okay.
Our resident model maker, Cameron, and our resident Gundam guy, Ian, are going to fusion into tonight's episode of Tinker Tailor. Tomorrow, a double header for New Day Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Lots of new stuff.
Yeah, starting at 10 when the beta goes live. I'll be playing the Destiny 2 beta.
Dorpstiny 2!
Yeah. Don't know
this time we're serious.
I don't know that there's actually going to be enough content to carry a full 3-hour stream, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to do some stuff solo, going to do some stuff with the fire team. So that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. And then at 2, Heather's coming in to play Yonder. What's it called?
I think that's it, yeah.
Yonder the something. Hang on. What is it called? Yonder the Cloudcatcher. That's what it is. And then tomorrow night, there will be another episode of One More with James playing PUBG. So look forward to that.
Various other people, probably.
Yeah, and then Wednesday is 9 o'clock. James, he was saying that he doesn't, that Ashley and Jade are out of town. So he's like, so it's time for me to make terrible decisions. So he was joking about
a 24-hour stream.
Well, no, like he's like, well, I'll just come in. He's like,
do PUBG and then
he was like,
all night.
Well, no, he was like, okay, so I'll download the Destiny beta and I'll jump on with you. Then I'll have a nap. Then I'll come in for one more and play that until 9 o'clock and then die. He was kidding. But anyway, and then Let's Nope tomorrow, and then Crossing the Streams, which is going to be, what did we say that was? James and Adam?
James and Adam playing something. I don't know what.
James 48-hour stream confirmed.
Crossing the Streams with myself and Adam.
There's
yeah, what are they playing though?
It's probably on the events page. People can look at it.
Oh, Wild Guns Reloaded.
So the
Let's go away.
There was
James streaming until his death.
There was a story that I saw that I did not mark, but was a streamer they're possibly done now, but they were in the process of doing a speed run of all of the endings to what do you call it? That the game that the people, the Undertale.
Oh.
All of some 95 endings to Undertale, most of which are just like small dialogue changes.
Right.
So a guy was speedrunning all the endings to Undertale, worked out that it would be taking somewhere in the realm of 36 hours.
Ooh.
Nope. All right. We're going to go. Thanks for joining us. Come back tonight for Tinker Tailor, and come back tomorrow for lots of other stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wait, I don't have the thing up yet.
Wait, Paul doesn't have the controller yet. Hang on.
Oh, his name is Paul, and he's here to say, come back and check us another day. This broadcast is done, and it's time for fun. So everybody get out and see the sun. Wah, pa-cha, wah, wah, pa-cha.